Dear candidates, this short video is to take you through the important things that you need to keep ready before you take the NIFT online entrance examination. Some of you might be taking two exams, the CAT and the GAT. So by now, since the admit cards are out and the student guides are also available on the admission portal, then the first thing that you need to do is download your admit card. So this admit card contains all your basic information. Make sure that all this information is checked at your end and there are no errors in it. The program that you have applied for, the basic details of your application, as well as your photograph and signature, they are all mentioned on the admit card. And then the most important part is the schedule. So in the schedule, you will find the date and the time on which you need to take the respective examinations. In case you are supposed to take both the CAT and the GAT examination, then you will be having the schedule for both the tests. These tests would be conducted in 2 shifts and there would be a gap between the shifts. Subsequently, when you go below on the admit card, you have 3 important details. The link to the admission portal from where you will be provided the opportunity to launch the examination on your device 1. And you will also have your user ID and password, and this is a very important information because without the user ID and the password you will not be able to log in to the examination portal. This user ID and password is written on your admit card. So as instructed, it is better that you take a printout of this admit card and keep it handy before you take your mock or your actual examination. Remember, this user ID or this link and the password are going to be same for the mock as well as the actual examination. So once you're comfortable with it and you've taken a printout, there is no reason to feel confused about what is your password, what is your user ID, etc. Subsequently, in the admit card, there are important instructions. Make sure that you have read all the instructions carefully one by one, and especially the rules and regulations, because the rules and regulations are something you need to keep in mind while you are giving the actual examination. Because if you are found to be flouting any of the rules and regulations, you are likely to get issued a warning, and if corrective measures are not immediately taken, you could also be debarred or your candidature cancelled. And this cancellation could be based on the recorded evidence during as well as after the examination. So please make sure that you have read all the details, the rules and regulations carefully one by one, which is given in the subsequent pages of the admit card. So once you are thorough with what the rules and regulations are and what your user ID and password is, I think you should go through the student guide. There are 2 guides, one for the CAT and one for the GAT examination. They are mostly the same except the portion in the CAT examination where you need to use your device 2 for uploading the answers. We will come to this in a subsequent video. Right now, as I mentioned, let us go through the important things which you need to keep ready before you take the examination. So as you all know, you need 2 devices. You need one device for starting the examination, and in this device you will be seeing the questions, and in case they are MCQs you will be providing your answers also on this device. So device 1 ideally should be a mobile or a laptop, PC or a tablet. This device needs to have a working camera and a microphone and should have the latest Chrome browser. The application, the examination portal works on the latest Chrome browser, so it should be installed on this device. If you are intending to use it for taking the exam, it should have access to internet using 4G and broadband. And there is no other requirement of a special application apart from the latest Chrome browser to be installed on this device. Once you have device 1 ready, Then you also need an Android mobile or a tablet which needs to act as device 2. What is this device 2 for? This device 2 will be used for pairing later with device 1, and it will be kept at the back slightly to the side of yourself so that you are visible to the invigilator from both sides. One, the camera on the device 1, and two, the camera on device 2. So the role of device 2 is one, to have additional security, and also during the CAT examination, it is device 2 that you will be using for taking photographs of the answer sheets in which you have made your drawings or answers to the questions. There is confusion in the minds of some candidates that do they need to wave the sheets in front of the device 1 camera, etc., etc. But please keep in mind that you need to use only device 2 for taking photographs of the answer sheets, making a PDF, and then uploading it. All of this will happen using device 2. So again, I'm repeating, device 1 is for opening the examination portal. It does not need any special applications, and you will be attempting the questions and the answers. In case of MCQ, you'll be able to see them on device 1. So between the two devices, whichever is the larger screen, use that as device 1. Device 2 is necessarily needs to be an Android mobile phone. It needs to have a special app, and the name of this app is You Can Assess, and you have the link to download this You Can Assess app from the Play Store in the student guide, or you can go to the Play Store and search for You Can Assess, but make sure you don't make any spelling mistakes and download the wrong app. So best is if you follow the link here. So once you have the two devices ready, device 1 for seeing your examination and device 2 for pairing, and device 2 has the You Can Assess app installed, you are ready basically from an infrastructure point of view. What are the other things that you need to be keep ready? So A, of course, you need a proper place. This place should be such that other people don't come in during the duration of the test to disturb you, and that could also trigger suspicious behavior warning by the AI or the invigilator. So make sure that you are working in a place and you have told all your relatives and friends not to disturb you when you're sitting to give the test. You need to sit so that your face is clearly visible on the device 1 camera. Device 1 is what you are taking the exam on. It is right in front of you, and your camera, you should be visible on that camera very clearly. The lighting should be such that it is not dark. You should be clearly visible. Device 2 needs to be placed in such a manner that the invigilator is able to get a view like the examples shown. So slightly to the side and slightly to the back, and you will be able to get a view in which your device 1, the laptop, and the papers on which you might be working on in case of a CAT examination, or the rough papers, the desk, the chair, everything is going to be visible on device 2. So make sure you are keeping device 2 in a manner that you get a view of this kind on device 2. So in case you're using mobiles, make sure that you're using mobile stands or something to prop your devices up so that the views are proper and they do not get disturbed during the course of the test. Of course, you need proper internet connectivity. You need power so that your devices do not get discharged during the examination. If you're using mobile devices, you are better off because mobile devices also have their own power backup in the terms of batteries. So it is good to have mobile devices. If you're taking the GAT examination, you are allowed to have blank A4 sheets for rough work. And for taking the CAT examination, you will be required to have blank A4 sheets 4 to 5 for drawing or writing your answers. Only pencil colors or poster colors are allowed for coloring. So make sure you're not using any other color medium. No breaks for going to the washroom or the toilet is allowed. So make sure you're prepared for that. And in case you need any drinking water, then the drinking water bottle should be available on the table and clearly visible to the invigilator, so that you don't need any permission to go searching for water during the duration of the test. So with these things in handy, you are well prepared and set for taking the mock as well as the actual examination. Make sure you attend the mock sessions compulsorily, because the mock sessions are a good time to get used to and familiar with the entire process, and also to check the compatibility of the devices that you are intending to use.